What's going on, everybody? Stained Glass Assassin. Got a few free hours tonight, so I wanted to try something a little different. I've always wanted to try a video game review, and I know that's nothing new. I've seen hundreds of them online, but I always thought it'd be fun to give one a shot. Only I figured if I was going to do one, I wouldn't go the traditional route. I didn't want to just get a bunch of gameplay, splice the best footage together, and, put commentary over it. I just want to pick up the game and start playing it, whether it's the first time I've played it or not, and then just talk about the game as I go. Kind of more of a natural, laid-back feeling, so we'll see how this goes. Anyway, the game that I chose tonight is Wizards and Warriors for the NES. Now, I chose this game for a number of reasons. One, it's one of my all-time favorites. I've been playing this game since I was 8, 9 years old. It's one of those games that definitely got me into kind of being a geek, magic and fantasy, sword and sorcery, all that. Two, since I've been playing it for so long, I'm very familiar with it, very comfortable with it. This is my first time, so it's a safe pick. And three, I don't know how popular this game is, but if it's a new experience for you, I hope you enjoy it. Now, as for the game itself, it was released in 1987, developed by Rare, published by Acclaim, and as I said, I don't know how popular it is, but I do know it was popular enough to spawn 3 sequels. Now, there were 2 on the NES, the first being called Iron Sword, which I think was more popular not because of the game itself, but because Fabio was featured on the front cover. Yeah, I suddenly have an urge for I can't believe it's not butter for some reason. The third game was called Visions of Power, which added almost like RPG elements to it. I guess that's what you would describe it, but either way, they're both fun games. And then there was Fortress of Fear, which was released on Game Boy. Now, I didn't even know this game existed until just a few years ago, and I haven't played it yet, so when I do, I'll probably feature on the channel, so I'm excited about that. Now, obviously, I'm going to be biased, in favor of this game because it's one of my all-time favorites. But for being released in 1987, I gotta say the graphics on this game are very nice. The sprites are crisp, they're clean, the colors really pop out at you. They really help set the mood and the environment that you're in. You're going to see that later, like when we're in the underworld or the the fire caves. It really pops out at you. The gameplay is straightforward, easy to grasp. The soundtrack is top-notch. I'll get to that in just a moment, but the only knock against this game is that it's pretty easy, and what I mean is that you have infinite continues. So you can die as many times as you want, and as long as you're willing just to put the time in, you'll eventually, I guess, just power through and get to the end of the game. Also, the bosses in this game are, pretty pathetic. They're pretty easy to beat. In fact, I can only think of one boss, only one that even gave me trouble when I was, 8, 9 years old. That being said, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think every game needs to be 2-hour-long, hair-pulling, stealth, Metal Gear Solid missions, Sometimes it's just fun to just play through a game and enjoy it for what it is, Not to mention, as an 8, 9-year-old, actually beating a game had some fulfillment to it, I didn't know the Konami code then, so Contra wasn't possible. Mario Brothers, even for an adult today, can still be a challenge. And God help you if you played a game like Battletoads or, Silver Surfer, so an easy game sometimes hits the spot. Now, the story of this game goes that you play as Kyros, and your title is you are the Knight Warrior of the Books of Excalibur. Don't ask me what that means, that's just what the instruction booklet says. The story takes place in the kingdom of Elrond, and the evil wizard Malkil has kidnapped the princess, and you gotta go rescue her. A little on the nose, kind of a cheesy sword and sorcery fantasy novel, but it fits the bill, so no big deal. Now, I did mention the soundtrack, okay? Now, if you're a geek like me and you actually listen to actual complete soundtracks, the name David Wise should be nothing new. Now, if you're unfamiliar with David Wise, he's been around a long time. He was kind of one of the big guns in the, I guess, retro era, the NES, Genesis, Game Boy, Super Nintendo era. But I think he's still active in today's kind of gaming market. But he has a very distinct sound. It's very unique. And the tone of his music, it's catchy. But when you hear it in another game, you can always put your finger on it. Like, I've heard that type of music before, For instance, he did the music for Nightmare on Elm Street, WWF WrestleMania, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Marble Madness. He did all the Wizards and Warriors games. And he also did a couple like the Fisher-Price and Sesame Street games as well. So, as I said, it's very catchy, but there's really nothing he's done that's bad. I enjoy all of his music. And in fact, what I want to do here is turn this up real quick and then jam out to the opening theme of this game before we start. So let me just fire this up here, and let me turn it up real fast. Here we go, and Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, the Forest of Elrond. So, give you kind of a quick crash course on items and controls and everything. So, it's NES. It's blissfully simple. You know, you got your B attacks, A jumps, directional pad does its thing. You can duck. You can also do this little crab walk and attack. The up button and select will activate certain items once we obtain them, but we won't have them until later. And of course, start pauses the game. Now, the objective in this game is to obtain a certain number of gems, usually 100, so that you can bypass the guardian of the level and then defeat the boss. Now, gems can be obtained a number of ways. The easiest, as you can plainly see, they're just sitting out. Right there, see? They're just there. These pink ones are worth 1, and the red ones are worth 2. Now, you can also destroy enemies. They'll drop gems, but the easiest way, and the most lucrative way, I should say, to collect gems are to open up these chests. Now, chests contain gems at 21 a pop, or items that you equip in the game. I talked about that earlier, you know. There'll be like a magic wand, throwing dagger, boots of power. Again, we'll get to those later in the game. Now, chests and doors can only be opened up by obtaining the corresponding colored key. There are 3 in each level, pink, blue, and red. So you have to collect all 3 to exit the level, so at some point you're going to be able to open up all the doors and all the chests. So, as for the other items, enemies will drop a few particular items, which I'll talk about once we get to the top. You see I keep changing colors because another of the items that you can pick up randomly are potions. There are 3 different potions. There's blue, which gives you, there's another one. Blue gives you speed. You see me, I'm just kind of running around here really fast. Pink gives you enhanced jumping, and red makes you invulnerable. Well, there's red, so some more classic music by David Weiss here. Aha, there's a clock, which freezes all enemies on the screen. That's one of the items that the enemies will drop. I'll talk about that later. But the potions will show up randomly, as you see here, but they always show up in the same spots in these levels. So once you find a location, you can always go back and get the potions. So they do come in handy. Uh-oh, that music means I'm about to die. I only got a couple hits of power left, but no big deal. As I said, you have infinite continues. So I think that's about all you need to know about this game, crash course-wise. Again, I'll talk about some items once I get to the top of this tree. We're going to go in here and slay the Keebler Elves. Alright, some more. Got some meat, obviously, just replenish my health. Now, I mentioned before, obviously, it doesn't matter how many times you die because you have infinite continues. Now, obviously that means you can just keep playing the game for as long as you want, but as you can see out in the real world, or outside of the tree I should say, and even in here, there are plenty of enemies, okay? So there's a lot of challenge in this game if you're trying to go for a high score, because if you get a game over, your score resets. That's about the only negative penalty you have for getting a game over. You also lose a small power-up bonus once you collect a certain number of daggers and axes. We'll talk about that later, but that's an insignificant loss, especially if you're just trying to beat the game. So if that's all you want to do, then don't worry about it. You know, just power through. If you die, you die. Don't worry about it. Those blue things that I keep jumping by, those are actually acorns. There should be one out here I'll show you, and that's where I'll talk about the items. Now, enemies and acorns, or torches, there'll be torches on the rest of the levels. It's only for this level, but they drop. There's the egg. The egg will destroy. They all drop the same items, okay? So you can get gems, meats. You can get the same potions we've been talking about. They also drop coins, a large and a small one. I'm just trying to get them to show up right now. They add to your point total. They'll also drop that egg I showed you, which destroys all the enemies, and they can drop that clock that you saw earlier, which freezes all the enemies. They can also drop a small little throwing dagger. I was hoping he was going to drop one. And as I said, if you collect additional daggers, they add to how far you can throw your dagger across the screen. And once you obtain 3 of them, you can essentially throw it all the way across. So if you get a game over, you lose that little perk, but again, it's not that important once you start to play this game. Now, one of the things I wanted to show you right there, there are treasures on the tree levels and on the castle level. And I remember where all the treasures are. I think I do, so I want to show you those. They add to your point total, but they are hidden, and they can only be obtained if you touch a certain spot or if you jump in a certain spot. So obviously I touched that one there. I'll show you another one on top of the trees in a moment. I die. Okay. Look at them, they're just swarming over me. Like I said, there's enemies all over the place in this game, so it's definitely not without challenge. Alright, so Boots of Force. Now, the Boots of Force, for speedrunners who aren't using the hack to beat this game, and I'll show you that hack later, it's easily the most essential item because it's the only item in the game that can kill the annoying skulls that you'll see later. They'll just kill you. I mean, they shoot kind of fireballs out of their eyes, and you can't kill them unless you kick them, okay? Another one of the perks of the boots are you can open up chests without needing the key, which it's nice because if you don't want to backtrack, but ultimately you're going to collect all 3 keys anyways, so it's not that great of a perk. But on top of that, it also does twice as much damage to a boss if you kick the boss as opposed to just hit him with your sword, so there is some perks to that as well. Okay, I wanted to show you something here because I think that's about everything. We needed to get on top of this tree to get a couple extra items, but now normally you need to get this pink potion to jump up here, but I'm going to try to boost myself because if you don't have a potion, you can actually jump off of the heads of enemies. I'm not sure if it's a glitch or if it's just something that works in there, but let's see. Oh, jumped off his head there. Come on. Where's the guy at? Oh, I crushed him. I swear to God, you can do it. I don't want to look like a fool on my first review, but... And boom! There you go. See, you can kind of just jump up, so it really comes in handy later in the levels if you don't collect certain items. So, let's come over here, collect these gems, and there is another treasure right here if I jump up in the right spot. Is it this side? No, I think it's right here. Yep, there it is. See, there's another one of those treasures. And there's also another hidden thing up here I want to show you right here. These doors appear kind of all over the place in the latter levels, and they contain these sparkling gems. Now, if you collect one of these, you get 1 gem. If you use your dagger to pick up the gems, you get 2. So obviously, it's definitely advantageous to throw your dagger and collect them as opposed to touch them, especially in some of these levels where you need 200 gems to get out. Once you leave, you cannot go back in, so if you happen to stumble across one of them and accidentally jump back up and exit, you're screwed. So, alright, I think I covered everything. Items, mechanics, you know, basic gameplay, so let's get on with the rest of the game, shall we? What I have to do here is now that the Guardian is letting me pass, I gotta drop down in this tree. I gotta slide down all these roots. These hornets just kind of fly at you, so I'm just gonna fall straight down. The dagger's following me, by the way. It's like a boomerang. It'll just keep following you and picking up gems and killing enemies along the way, so it still hasn't come back. There it is. See, I'm sliding down roots, going over. Now, you notice I skip chests and I skip gems because once you obtain the number of gems you need, it doesn't matter. You can just leave. You don't have to collect any more gems. If you're trying to get a high score, you want to collect every single item in your path because it's going to add to your score, just like killing enemies. I mean, I could sit here and just kill enemies all day and get a high score. But again, if you're just trying to beat the boss, well, just get to the boss and get out of dodge. So, alright, so our first boss here, again, these bosses are, you know, easy. Now, I'm going to die here so I can show you. The only downfall of dying is that if you die on a boss, you have to start the entire boss fight over. You see, I'm going to take his power down just a couple clicks. But if he kills me, he gets full power. So you have to at least beat the boss in one fell swoop, or else you'll be stuck on it until, well, until you finally do. So let's hurry up and just sit here and beat this boss. I can just literally stand still and just mash him. Like, that's it. I mean, it's the first boss, so it's not a big deal, but you'll see that some of these other bosses later, they're really not that hard. You just jump and dodge underneath and kill them. So, alright, our first damsel in distress, Lucinda. Get some points and move on to the second world, the Underworld. Now, I love this level because of the colors I mentioned earlier. I know they say that blue and black is a depressive color, but I love the blue and black on this. I don't know if that speaks to my personality, but again, it just pops out at you. I've always loved the level. Now, the enemies here, you got these faces that are kind of embedded in the rocks. They shoot fireballs. You have these ghosts that you can't kill, but if you hit them with your dagger, you'll make them kind of run away. And that's about it. The level's really easy. It's just, I don't know. it's aesthetically pleasing, I guess. So let's go up here and grab the key. Listen to some David Wise tunes. Grab some gems. Okay, now there are 2 items in this level that will become, in my opinion, the most important items in the game, okay? Now, I want to show this to you because one of the items is over here. Now, you see I just fell down because it's tough to get. There's a little bit of a platform here, and I've seen it on YouTube where you kind of do a double jump while just holding the jump button down, but I've never been able to get it to work. You essentially have to jump over here, but you just slide down every time. So the way to get around that is if you get the blue potion, which gives you enhanced speed, you have enough kind of running head start that you can just run and jump over that. So I'm going to attempt to get that now in one try. Hopefully I don't mess up too many times, but we'll see. So wish me luck. Alright. Blue potion, let's do this. Run! Alright, get up here. Jump up. Boom! First try. If I hadn't played this game since I was 9, I guarantee you I would have taken me 4 or 5 times to get that. So, but I just got the Feather of Fall. So what that is if I fall down and I press the up button, it'll slow my descent. And obviously that comes in handy anywhere, but in the castle level, you'll see how important that is, because once you fall off a small ledge, you can easily just kind of guide yourself to the best landing point and start over. If you don't have that, you're going to fall all the way down. So the next item, it's on the next platform down here. So we'll slowly fall, you see that? I'll come over here and get the second most important item, I think, which is the Potion of Levitation. What that does is, while standing still, I can't reach this platform, but if I press up, I levitate, and I can stay here until I want to, and then finally jump. So the combination of this feather and the potion can really help you jump up and navigate your way through these levels with ease, because I can just keep jumping up to the next platform without having to kind of, you know, run to the side platform, then jump up and go. No, I can just literally levitate up and just rock and roll. So in my opinion, probably the 2 most important items in the game, especially, again, if you're not going to use, well, you actually can't do the hack if you don't have the Potion of Levitation. So, alright, so this level's almost done, so we're going to go up here and get the red key real quick. Red chest, that one has gems in it. Should be over here, yeah. Get the pink potion. Aha, there we go. Now, I'm going to float past a chest here. This chest contains the Boots of Lava Walk. They're a worthless item. I'll show you on the next level why. I mean, their purpose makes sense, but once you see the level, they can only help you for like 2 seconds, and they might preserve 2 or 3 clicks of power. But again, if you're just trying to beat the game, it doesn't matter how many times you die, you just power through it. So we'll talk about that on the next level. But so let's navigate up to the top here. And okay, so I'm going to start hitting these gems, which reminds you of the Mario Brothers, the coin bricks. You know, they have a bunch of coins inside. Well, those are gems, and once you exhaust all the gems in there, they're gone forever. So they just remind me of the Mario Brothers style. Anyway, so I have enough gems now. I don't need to collect these chests unless I'm trying to get points. I just need to get the hell out of here. So let's just go ahead. The boss is over here. Now, obviously, I explained to you that if you make it to a boss and you die, you just start right back at the boss. So if you are like me and you have 1 click of power, it's in your, you know, best interest to die and then just start over right outside the boss's door. So let's jump up here and we'll go fight the bat. Now, this is the only boss that has like enemies before the boss. You fight a bunch of these little bats, and then you fight a bunch of medium bats before you get to the kind of the mama bats later down the road. So this is one of those ones that if you're not careful and take a lot of damage on these little bats, the boss will take you down. However, again, the bosses really aren't that difficult. Now, if you've never played the game before, I'm sure they would give you some, you know, some trouble when you first start, but after a couple attempts, you see how easy it is just to kind of jump and dodge. I mean, my dagger follows me and just attacks it as I go, so I don't know. What do you want me to say? Now, once I kill this boss, souls will come out. Every time I kill a boss from now on, it'll drop souls, and they can damage you. So if you have only one click of power left and you manage to beat a boss and these guys come out, they could kill you, which is a real pain in the butt, so gotta make sure you avoid them as well, but they're not that hard. And I'll grab my treasure and I'll get out of there, so that's it. So as you can see, the knock on the bosses is true. They're very easy. You know, if you were an adult playing this game, you'd catch on how to beat them very fast. For an 8-year-old, yeah, it took me a couple tries, but didn't take very long. Alright, so level 3, the lava caves. Again, great music, great colors. Like I said, this definitely looks like you're in hell, so going to come over here real quick and I'm going to talk to you about those boots that I was bad-mouthing earlier. So you see if I fall down, I'm stuck on this lava. Oh no, I'm on fire! You know, but the thing is these bubbles fall down, or they rise up. All you gotta do is just hitch a ride on the bubbles and, well, it takes you to safety. So, one, don't fall down, which I know is easier said than done, but at the same time, you know enough not to do that. I'll collect some gems real quick. But again, if you are trying just to beat the game, it's not worth giving up your boots of power or your magic wand or anything like that. So, if there were more lava levels, it would make sense, but it just doesn't have any real features after this level, so not worth it. Okay, I'm going to go up this middle path here because, well, that's where you have to go, but there's another item. You're going to trade out your dagger for a throwing axe, which does more damage, so it's definitely in your best interest to come up here and get it. So let's go over here. Okay, that feather of fall I talked about, this portion right here, you need the feather because, as you see, I just fall down. Every time you try to jump over that, doesn't matter how fast you move, you're going to slide down. Now, if you get a potion, you could speed run over top of it, but instead, all you got to do is just jump over and kind of guide yourself over with the feather, and you're good to go. So, alright, let me jump up here and get this key. More gems. I'm going to run out here on the other side and hop up and grab the throwing axe. Now, as I said, throwing axe does more damage, and I talked about earlier, if you collect those little axes or daggers that we see, hopefully there's one right here. Nah, I thought he dropped one, but anyway, if you collect 4 of them when you have the axe, you actually get to throw 2 axes at once. So if you get a game over, you'll lose that ability, but again, it's not that important. Now, I just traded my boots for this magic wand, which shoots 4 fireballs. I've always preferred the magic wands because I prefer projectiles over top kind of melee weapons like the boots, but we'll swap this out later when I show you some of the other items. But it's a nice little item, does some good damage. So really nothing to it. So this level, you only need 50 gems to get out of here, so we're gonna go fight this boss, which is the, I don't know what the hell it is, some kind of rock monster. Oh, I died. No big deal, because again, it's in my best interest to die when I fight a boss if I don't have full power, so. But again, these bosses are so easy, I can just sit here and mash the buttons. It's really no challenge. And that's it, you know, so collect my treasure and get out of there. And I haven't, did I get a game over already? I don't remember, but your score goes up pretty quickly, so again, speedrunners, yes, obviously you're not going to want to die, but at the same time, it's really not that difficult. Ah, the Purple Caves, okay. Now, the Purple Caves, which unfortunately recycles the Lava Caves music. I was hoping for an original song here, but this is a very big open level, and it's one of the first levels that you need to collect 200 gems on. Fortunately, there's a lot of these hidden doors. I think there's one here, yeah. That makes collecting the gems a lot easier, especially once you use your axe to collect these gems. But I don't remember where all the doors are, but I'm going to try to collect a few of them as we go here. But again, gems usually aren't a problem to get the 200. Like I said, there's plenty of chests, there will be plenty of secrets, and you'd be surprised how many gems that enemies actually drop. So the question is do I remember which way to go to not get lost? Let's see. It's a big level, as I said. Kill these snakes. Got ghosts, snakes, got bats, got all kinds of creatures here. Is it left? I think there's a door over here, one of those hidden doors. No. Here? Aha, I knew there was one, so I might be getting old, but I still have my memory. I still have my wits with me. Let's see if I look like a fool if I get lost later, but... come on. Okay, yeah, red door. So I know the red key's up here. It's the other door that always gets me. I think I always take the wrong path, so... Jump up here. There should be a red key. Yeah, so red key. We'll come over here, grab these gems. As you can see, I'm almost at 100 already, so I need 200 total. Not that difficult. Okay, there's the skulls I was telling you about. I can block their fireball with my shield if I stand still, but there's no way to kill them unless I have the boots. So, you know, a speedrunner would jump in here and they'd try to avoid that, but they could just hurry up and kick them and kill them and be done with them. So you can see how annoying they are. They just literally, just rapid fire, just keep throwing it at you. And there's a portion later in this game where there's so many of them that I'll die almost immediately because they hit you with so many of their projectiles. So they are pretty annoying. Alright, come down here, collect some gems. I'm going to show you a couple items. One that is worthless, in my opinion, and one that definitely has some value to it. So, oh no, game over. No big deal, see? I'm immortal. Alright, so down here, there are a couple chests. I think this is the cloak. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this Cloak of Darkness. Now, when I was a kid, I thought if you press select, you activate the cloak, plays the potion music, and I'm dark. Can't see me. I thought it made you, you know, invisible to the enemies. That's not true. Apparently, in the instruction booklet, what it tells you is that it deals half the damage when an enemy hits you. So, again, I guess I can see the perceived value of it if you're trying not to die and, you know, obtain a high score, but other than that, it really is not that beneficial. I'd much rather have this or the other magic wand. This is the Wand of Wonder. What this does is this will actually freeze enemies. See, I froze that bat there, froze that bat. But it also does, I believe, 2 clicks of damage to the final boss, Malkill, when you get to him. So it has some extra value to it. So, yeah, that Cloak of Darkness, not that popular. Alright, freeze that snake. He's still wiggling somehow. I don't know how. I hope this is the right path. Let's see. Kill this snake. Yes. Okay. Blue door. Gotta get that pinky. That one always caught me off guard. I always wind up going back to the beginning because it looks like the beginning of the stage. So more gems. What's over here? More gems. Yeah. So I got 164. So I just need to collect a few more gems before I can leave. But I have all 3 keys. So obviously now I'm able to leave once I obtain the gems. There are no more items to collect, as in chests. Hey, another door. Cool. I'm going to take partial credit for that and say that I think I remember one being there, but either way. It helps. Every little bit helps. Alright. Oh no, I'm going to die again, but who cares? Exit should be somewhere in this zone. Nope, dead end. It's got to be up and then over, so let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta go past the worthless cloak that's up here. So, yeah, there's the cloak. Let's see if I can jump past it. See where that potion of levitation comes in handy. Because if not, I would have accidentally got that cloak again. So, and I die. But who cares? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go. All right, couple more gems here, and I am out of here. So there should be a chest down here. Yes, and I now have 200, so levitate out of here. We'll go fight the boss. Is this the spider or is this the specter? I'm trying to think which boss it is. One of them's really cool looking. I mean, they're both really cool, but I like the ghost. Yes, the ghost, the specter. Another easy boss. He just shoots, but I have a shield so I can deflect his projectiles. Like I said, it's unfortunate that the bosses are this easy, but whatever. It's still a really fun game. I'm not going to knock it, so collect my treasure and get out of here. Alright, so you ever notice that the damsels in distress are hanging by their wrists? That's gotta kill. I mean, hanging by your wrists? Man, pop them out of their sockets. Alright, so now we're going to go on the opposite side of this here where I'm going up a tree. And this level can be annoying because you have to navigate through these roots. And there are 3 sections where you have those, like the Mario Brothers coin blocks I was telling you about, I showed you on the Underworld. That always catch me off guard and cause me to fall down. But hopefully I'll catch them before I hit them, so I don't look like a fool doing this review, but we'll see. Alright, let's jump up here. Spiders are pretty easy, pretty tame enemies, no big deal. Alright, let's see what we got here. Right here. Nope. I know they're around here somewhere. Oh, I'm getting scared. I know I'm gonna hit them. Oh no! See? Luckily I got my feather. I can kind of just guide my way down. Hop up. Get some meat. And... where are those damn blocks? Aha! I knew there was gonna be one. Because when you hit these and you try to jump sideways, it'll, you know, impede your movement and you'll fall back down. So it's pretty annoying. They catch you off guard, but it's not like it's the end of the world. Again, it's not like you're gonna die. So I thought there was one right here. Yeah, there's one too. So this one always catches you off right before you get to the exit. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is we're going to return to the Forest of Elrond. We're just on the other side of the forest. Real quick, since I'm using an emulator, I'm going to save state. And what I'm going to do is show you a hack. Now, most speedrunners will use this hack. If I use my Potion of Levitation at the edge of the screen, and I keep levitating up, you see that I'm kind of disappearing into the side of the screen. Now, pay attention, because I'm going to come out the other side. Okay, now I am actually back on level 1, okay? Now what has happened is the game thinks that I'm still on level, whatever that was, the other side of the forest, okay? If I go in and beat this level, the game thinks that I actually have beaten the level that we were on. So basically what the speedrunners do is they warp back here because levels 1, 2, and 3 are so easy that once you beat level 3, it'll trigger the end sequence. So you know, effectively trick the game into thinking you're beating the final levels, even though you haven't. So it's a nice trick if you're trying to, like I said, do a speed run. But since we're going to just play through this, I'm going to go back and beat the game normally. But I thought I'd just share that with you. So, alright, so Forest of Elrond 2. Still got to do the same thing. Got to collect some gems. I only think you got to collect 50 in this one, so... the keys are... I know there's one way at the top you have to get. There should be one up here on this bird's nest or something. There's one. Pink key. So, gotta drop down here. Go into the pink door. Uh-oh. Gonna die again. No big deal. Come on. Alright, so let's jump up here. As I said, trees have bats in them this time. Grab some meat, that'll keep me alive. I've always loved the music inside the tree, I don't know why. But again, that sound is what David Wise is known for. It's that, I don't know, whatever keyboard that he uses or synthesizer, it's a distinct noise, so I love it. I dig it. Oh boy. Dead again. Hear that sound? That sound, like I said, you'll pick it up when you listen to something like WrestleMania or Narc or something like that. He did that as well. So, alright, more gems. Getting to the top of the tree here. Some meat. More meat. There's the red key. And we'll leave. Alright, so we gotta get up here. I don't know if I can boost myself up to get to this guy. Let's see if I can jump off a creature, because there's no potion nearby. Aha! I told you it comes in handy. And of course there's the potion, it just appeared, so... Alright, there are 2 treasures up here. I think if you stand, yes, on the edge of these trees, they'll show up. Should be another one over here with the blue key. Yep, there's the other one. So, as I said, they're only in the treetops and on the castle level. So, now I actually don't have to go into the red door because I have the key and enough gems. So we can just exit and fight the next boss. Of course, I just said you don't have to go in it, and I went in it anyway. So, oh, this is embarrassing. I would edit this out, but I said I wasn't going to, so... Alright. The spider. I've always loved the spider. Unfortunately, probably the easiest boss in the game because he just kind of drops down on you and runs away. So all you got to do is just get to the edge of the screen. You know what? Real quick, I want to, since this boss is so easy, I showed you that hack where you kind of morph up. If you do the same thing, to these bosses, let's see, I'm just going to die real quick and see if I can do the hack. There's a glitch. If you get to the edge of the screen and kind of levitate up, you should be invincible. Let's see if it works. Yes. See, I'm invincible, and the boss is just killing itself. He just rams himself into you, and you notice I'm not dying. So if you really wanted to, you could just do this and defeat the enemies. Again, I don't really see why you would have to, because the boss is so easy, but that is a trick. So thought I'd share that with you. Okay, I'm gonna shut up for a moment and turn the music up because one of my favorite tunes of all time is coming up. You hear a little bit now, but we'll hear an extended version of this outside of the castle. So let's listen to the castle theme. I always love that. It's so peaceful. It's so simplistic. Like I said, I love David Wise's sound. I just love his music. So, alright. So, you see, you only need 50 gems on the castle exterior. Now, there's enemies all over the place. You got these spiders crawling the walls. You got these murder holes shooting arrows at you. But the most damning thing are these platforms that are jutting in and out. Now, if these fall, of course, you can imagine when I'm all the way on top of the castle, if I don't have my feather, I'm going to fall straight down. But because I have the feather, now I can kind of just guide myself to the safest location. Not to mention, if I'm standing on one of these platforms and I'm waiting for the one above me to occur, I can literally levitate, let the block fall in, and then drop back down. So you can see why I always say that those two items in conjunction with one another are the most crucial, especially because of this level. This level will make you... I've never actually, I don't think, attempted to beat this level without the feather, but I can't imagine trying it without. So, see, it goes in. Oh, no! But luckily, I got the feather. Alright, so let's jump up, because I believe we have to come all the way over and up. Now, I mentioned before that there are a few treasures in this level as well. I'll try to remember where they are. They're on the tops. I guess the ramparts, you would call them, or whatever. But other than that, all you gotta do is navigate your way up the platforms and these, I don't know what you call them, the murder holes that they're shooting out these arrows, but collect a couple keys. You only need 50 gems, as I said, so it's really not that much, and then you exit the level. Now this level, I believe, has no boss, unfortunately, so definitely no challenge on this, other than, like I said, it's more of a the frustration level of it, falling down and stuff, but if you have the right items, it's not so bad, so... Alright, we'll jump up here, levitate again, and then up here should be my first. There should be a key over here. Yes, there's a key, and I think there's a treasure if I jump up on one of these. No, maybe not. Come on, come on. I thought there was a treasure here. Nope, maybe not. I must be remembering something else, but I know there's definitely one. Oh, I knew it! Why didn't it show up earlier? You saw that I jumped earlier. I'm not a liar. Alright. Let's keep rocking here. We gotta go over. Come on, get the platforms, jump up. Uh-oh! Oh! Lucky I got the feather. You see, that would have drove me nuts. Fortunately, I can just wait for it to show up and keep moving, so... we got another treasure here? Aha! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! Luckily, feather. Look at that. And I promise I did not do that on purpose because I literally was scared for a second that I was going to look like a dick making this review. So, alright. Let's get back up here. Hop back up. Should be another one. Go up. The top, you got to get into a door, which is just filled with those skulls. And there should be one more treasure right there. I knew it. Alright. Cool beans. Let's jump in. Oh boy, look at those freaking skulls. They're just everywhere in this level, so... Oh yeah, I forgot. There's acid in these levels too. Now the acid just rains on you. It literally just drops down on you. There's nothing you can do. You can't prevent it from falling. You can't do anything to, you know, protect yourself against it. If you get hit, you get hit. Whether it's falling down or if it's on the ground, pulling up, it'll still get you. So you got to be careful. Yes, I did remember there was a door there, so it wasn't a happy accident. Alright, let's jump over here. As I said, that's all there is in here is acid and skulls, so it's going to kill me at some point, but I don't care because, again, I'm immortal. Or I guess not immortal, but I'm like Immortal Man from Marvel Comics. Doesn't matter how many times I die, I'll always come back to life, so... What do they call him in that? He's Homo Supreme, I think, right? And I believe that's what Magneto called him. Alright. Got the red key. And I die. Oh well. Listen to that music, though. Awesome. I love it. Like I said, top notch. Alright, come up here. Another chest. That should take me to almost 50. 50, that's all I need. Alright, so got the keys. Got the gems. Time to get out of Dodge. And we'll go into the castle. As I said, there's no boss on this level, so all you gotta do is just drop down. Good thing is if you noticed, you don't get hurt when you fall. I don't know why. So all I have to do here is just commit suicide. Actually, I think I'll hit the other rampart if I fall. And I just gotta fall down. That's it. So, get down to the bottom. Or I could be civil and just, you know, use my feather right before he falls. Oh, I'm not heartless. Alright, so... Alright, there's 2 levels left. This next level inside the castle is another one of those large levels. You have 200 gems, and since I know where I'm going, it's not as frustrating, but there are 2 ways you can go. You can go straight up here, or you can go to the left side of this room and navigate all the way to the top. You don't want to go left because you can't enter the door because you don't have the key. And it's hilarious because I'll show you why you can't enter the door, or why you can't obtain the key once we get there. So I'll be sure to mention that once I get there. But again, you just want to jump up straight here, grab a couple of these gems, because like I said, you do need 200, but there should be more than enough to get you through. A lot of meat here. I don't know why. It's not even halfway through the level yet, so... Grab me a cuckoo clock, stop everybody. See these little skeletons here? Pay attention, because you'll be fighting a boss later that's the only boss in the game that's actually worthy of being called a boss. Because, I mean, even the final boss, Malkill, really isn't that difficult. I mean, he probably is if you don't know how to fight him, but like I said, it really doesn't take long to figure out how to defeat him. Alright, so this level literally is just running around, navigating up. There's actually enemies in it, but it's a pretty far hike to get all the way to the top. Is there a door here? Yes, there is. I knew there was a few doors. They're always kind of in the same location, so... You know, when you play them as a kid, you start to catch on to kind of where they stash those doors at. Comes in handy. Alright, so come up here, grab a few more gems. Uh-oh, I might die again, so... Alright. Key should be coming up here soon. I feel like I've climbed forever. There we go. So, of course, now that I got the key... If this was the other side, there would be a door, but it wouldn't be the red key, mind you, so I have to drop back down to where I got the cuckoo clock earlier, which should be right down here. There we go. Get some gems. Got to go into the red door, which will take me up even higher, so again, more of these friggin' skulls. Sometimes I wish I would just grab the boots so I could kick them, but again, I do prefer the magic wand, especially when I'm fighting the bosses, so... Alright, pink key. I know there's one of those doors, or the... what do you call it? The gemstone blocks in here somewhere. Maybe right here? Nope. I'm just gonna get out of here, because it's already annoying me. Alright. Look how fast, I mean, like I said, they just... Look at that! This guy shot like 5 shots! Like, I'm dead already. 3 acid drops? Come on, that's unfair. I didn't have a chance to avoid that. Alright, let's get out of here. because I'm going to die. But again, I don't care. Grab some more gems. I almost got 200 already, so like I said, that's why you see me always just running around, you know, avoiding chests and gems, because it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to collect it and go. So grab some meat now that I'm dead. It doesn't help. Alright. Got to come up here. It should be the blue key, which is where the irony is, because let's see. Look how many of these skulls are. I told you, this is where you want those boots. So that's why the speedrunners, if they're playing a long play and not using the glitch, have to have the boots. Because there's no way you can navigate through these levels without them. Alright, blue key, blue key. Alright, hey, another door. I did not know that was there, so I will not take any credit for that, but it's still pretty cool. But I have plenty of gems, I don't need. Alright, so I got the blue key, right? Okay, so I'm going to exit the blue door. However, this portion of the level is on the opposite side of where we started. So if you managed to climb all the way up here and found the blue door, you couldn't enter the blue door because the blue key is on the other side of the blue door. So you actually don't need the blue key to enter the door, you need to exit the door, which, you know, if you chose to go to the left side of the screen, you'd probably be pissed that you climbed all the way up here to find out that there's no key, only to find out that it's actually on the other side of the door. Speaking of doors, here's another door. So I always thought that was funny when I was a kid and managed to, you know, screw myself by coming all the way up. So, alright, got enough gems. Just gonna drop down because, like I said, I don't need anything else. There's more gems there, so don't need them. Don't need any of these gems. And I know there's a few more of those hidden doors along the way here, but I'm not gonna look for them because I really don't need them. Actually, I do know where one is. Right here? No, oh no, it's down at the bottom. That's right. Right here. Oh yeah, I remember, but I don't need any of them, so. Okay, so I'm gonna go fight the skeleton boss. This is the only boss, as I said, that actually ever gave me any trouble. It'll probably give me a little trouble now, because it's been a while, but let's go take him on. Now you start off with this little teeny skeleton. He throws little teeny bones. Isn't that difficult, okay? But every time you destroy him, he grows. Alright, so he should be growing here. So now he's medium size. Alright. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Now he'll grow again to, I don't know, the third size. Now, of course, obviously I've played the game. I know his, you know, his maneuverisms, that's not even a word, his mannerisms, I guess, if you will, and how to defeat him, but as a kid, you can see that's essentially like 4 bosses to beat, not to mention the ghosts, so, you know, it's the only boss I think worthy of being called a boss. I don't know why I'm trying to avoid them, they're just souls, so, but like I said, that's the only boss that ever gave me trouble as a kid. Didn't give me any trouble there, but I'm a grown man now, so, whatever. Alright, last damsel in distress, because we are on the final level now. This level, which should be the green room, yes, is a very short level. It's small. The thing about this level is you have to collect 100 gems, but there's only like 70 gems available lying around or in chests. So normally you'd have to go around and kill enemies, which we'll see here. But there is a small glitch in the game that comes in handy if I remember how to do it correctly. So let's just go through the level first. Kill some animal, or yeah, we'll kill spiders, kill some of these ghosts, collect some gems. Because there should be a coin block thing here. No, I think it's over here, right? Maybe right here? There it is. 2, 3, 4. Now, you notice I left without hitting all of them because 2, 3, 4. I think the trick is if you hit them 4 times each, and you run away and come back, you can actually hit them again. I think you can hit them 3 times. So I think you can squeeze out like an additional 12 gems out of those little locations. I don't know if you can do that everywhere else, but I do recall someone doing a speed run and was playing the game all the way through without the glitch did that. So that's actually a fairly new discovery for me. Anyways, we're going to come up here. Like I said, there's a key up here you have to get a few more gems, but as you can see, there's really not that many gems available, so if that glitch doesn't work, we're going to have to go ahead and just kill a bunch of enemies to make it through. But no big deal because it doesn't take that long. Oh, there's a nice juicy gem up there that I skipped, but there's another axe. Alright, so technically I'd be out of gems right now, so at 64 I have to go around and start killing enemies. But let's go back down here and see if we can get this little glitch to work. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can go back one more time. So I can get one more out of it. So I think right here. Yep, so I managed to get a couple. I thought that's what it was. Maybe I did that incorrectly, but so now I gotta kill 10 enemies to collect enough gems, because they drop 2 each, you know. So there's one. Sometimes they show up quickly, sometimes it takes a while. Cuckoo clock. Another gem. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I gotta collect 10 gems, not 5. Maybe I did say 10. I don't know. But you can see this can be a little time consuming because you just gotta sit here and, well, kill these enemies, and, well, they kill you too, so. Come on, you stingy bastards. Give me some gems. I guess the only thing is that warning music can kind of grow on you after a while, so I almost just commit seppuku and just get it over with, because I'd rather listen to the castle theme myself. It's much better. Dude, I have not gotten one gem. Like, still no gems. Like, so you can see why this is a pain in the butt. And like I said, I don't think I did that glitch correctly. I don't know what exactly you have to do to activate it or to keep it going, but I remember whoever did the speed run had enough gems to exit the level after he did it. But so if you know how to do it, let me know down in the comments. So maybe I'll come back and try it again. But these guys are not giving up gems, so we're just gonna have to power through. But get to listen to some cool music, so I guess it's not the end of the world. There's a gem. Alright, 5 more. I always found this hallway to be filled with enemies, it seems like, so it's better to kill them down here. Oh, there's an axe. There's a coin. Not helping me. I really wish you only have to kill like 5 or 6 enemies. Because like I said, look how long it's taking. Sometimes enemies will just drop gems all day. And then, like now, nothing. So you can see why this level can be frustrating, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm just going to play the game as natural. Just roll. What the hell? Seriously? No gems? Like, did they know I was going to do my first review and decided, ah, let's just make this guy look like a dick? Come on, I seriously need 2 more. Hook me up. 2 more. 2! There's 1. Come on. Come on. I don't need potions. I don't need earrings. I got a whole shoebox at home of them, filled with them dangly ones. Come on. Red potion. I guess at least that helps. At least I won't die now, but seriously, come on, bro. Give me 1. 1. There it is. I got one. It didn't even make a noise. Good thing I'm intently watching that. Alright, let's go fight Malkill. Last boss in the game. Again, another knock around. Just kind of just easy to beat. Now, normally, if you've never played the game, you'd be running around this level trying to catch the boss, because he appears and vanishes randomly on these platforms, and he throws these heat-seeking missiles at you. But it only takes a few times to learn that this area right here is where he appears the most, and it's the easiest place to essentially kill him, because all you gotta do is stand here, spam the button, Plus I have the magic wand, which does extra damage to him, but all I gotta do is just sit here and he'll appear, and I'll just eventually kill him. I mean, he's got 2 full bars of health, so it takes a little bit more time, but yeah, there's really not much to it, see? Although those heat-seeking missiles can get you after a while. See, he's going to nail me from off the screen, but I think I can still pull this off. Oh, maybe not. If he shows up right here, I'll punk his punk ass. Come on. Oh, there it is. Oh, the ghost is going to kill me. I'm going to die from the ghosts of the souls. Oh my god, I did. I told you. Told you the souls can get you. But you know what? I'm starting at full power, so it doesn't matter. So now this game was released for the Famicom, and it's basically the same. I've only played it once. The main difference is that you don't have a life meter. You have like a life score. You have your normal score, then you have a point system that when you get hit, you lose points. When you run out of points, obviously you die. Other than that, I think I read that the amount of enemies is different. I don't know if you have infinite lives in that game or not, but the biggest difference from what I've seen online is that once you defeat Malkill here, which hopefully he keeps showing up, the level starts to crumble, like, you know, it starts to collapse, and you have to get out of there before the timer runs out, or, you know, before the stones crush you. So that doesn't happen in this game, but other than that, the Famicom appears to be very similar. So I thought about kind of doing a compare and contrast of the two, but this is taking long enough, so if he would just show up, I could kill him. I noticed that his heat-seeking missiles aren't coming after me, so I don't know what I did to make him angry the first time, but either way, grab a key, and we will go save the princess. Here it is! End of the game. So as I said, 1987 Wizards and Warriors. As you can see, it definitely has challenge. It can be annoying, but you really don't have to put much into it. As long as you put the time, you'll beat the game because, well, I can die as many times as I want to. Obviously, playing the game a lot, I know where all the keys are, I know the kind of tricks of the trade, so it'll definitely take you some time to beat it, but it's a fun game no matter what, so if you've never played it, go ahead and give it a shot. It is fun, easy to grasp. As I said, you've heard the music, you're going to love it, so I would definitely give it a shot. Let's go ahead and put the old, where's the G, the old SGA here. And guess what? I'm guessing I have the high score, even though I died. So I'm going to end it now because I don't want to turn this into an hour and a plus review, but I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, it's my first time, so I just wanted to kind of play it. I actually wasn't planning on playing all the way through, but, you know, I was having such a good time with it that I just went ahead and just rolled with it. So either way, go ahead and leave some comments down below. If you have any tips, I'm always open for constructive criticism, so please let me know. Maybe what I can do better for the next review, because I have a few more games that I do want to try, and we'll go with it. So, but while you're down there, like and subscribe so you know when the next video comes out, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.